And I can see Guy there. So,
Yep. Hi, Chris.
So if you'd like to tell us tell us a little bit more about your proposal. I believe you will have to get a variance for it. So this meeting with us is just for us to give you some feedback about whether
Correct.
you're going in the right direction or not. So we
Correct. I'm going to hand it over to my architect, Rachel Thompson, who is signed in as well, and also Neil Young is from the same architect firm as well, so he may chime in as well. Over to you, Rachel.
Hi, everyone. Hi, I'm Rachel Thompson with Northworks Architects, working with Guy and his family on his project. I think everyone has seen the documents, which we can pull up on screen if we have the ability to do so. In short, what we are proposing is to remove the existing rear deck off the residence that steps out from the first floor level and replace it with a single level flat deck, new railing, new stairs down to grade, as well as remove an existing 2-panel door and replace it with a window and single panel door to the deck.
Hey everybody, this is Neil. I'm just chiming in real quick. I would like to share my screen, but it seems like I don't. Oh, never mind. It's been given to me. Okay, carry on.
I just enabled it, so I should be able to.
Thank you so much.
So we can pull up some visuals for clarity. So this is the site plan of the property. We've highlighted in the hatched rectangle box the location of the proposed new deck. We have a dashed outline of the existing multi-level deck that's in place and proposed to be replaced there. And then on the following pages, we have images of the existing floor plan. We go back.
Sorry, Rachel, I skipped ahead. Here we go.
So this is the existing floor plan showing that multi-level deck that's accessed off of that pair of doors central to the deck. So you go out onto a small deck, and then to the right is a lower level of that deck, and then to the left is the set of stairs going down to grade. So on the next plan, you'll get a sense of what we're proposing. We're really just working with the Devereaux family to simplify this deck, make it more functional, all at a single level, and develop it so you're not kind of going to 2 different sides of the deck for access, and go out a single swinging door. We're proposing that door would be in kind with the style of doors that are on the perimeter of the house. So a glass door with a division of muttons and similar style. The new window that we're pointing to would be similar to the existing kitchen window to the right. So again, taking a nod of the existing architecture there. And then the new raised deck would be a simple rectangular shape with the stairs relocated to that right side of the deck. And the goal is there, the way that the property slopes, that is the higher side of the lot, so they don't have to descend as many stairs to reach grade. And then moving on to our drawings, this paints a picture of the existing exterior elevation conditions. So you can see that existing door that we're proposing to remove, the multi-tiered deck. And then moving to the next page is a drawing of the proposed deck elevation. We're showing again just a simple flat deck structure, one elevation. maintaining the design that's existing at the house, as well as at the side porch, where we have a series of 3 stone piers that would be the structural support for the deck, as well as an architectural feature that spans between the balustrade. And we're looking at a Chippendale style of railing that would be painted wood, and similar to some of the other railing designs in the neighborhood, including their direct neighbor. The stone would be in kind with the existing stone on the house. We are hoping to even be able to reuse the stone that we're taking down to create this deck. And the contractor is also working to source similar stone for any additional needs. The new window and door can be seen on this elevation as well. Again, looking to replicate the window design and then use the existing doors as inspiration for the new access door. And then at the top of the sheet, we just have some enlarged drawing details and precedent imagery, just further illustrating our design intent here.
I'm just going to chime in real quick and just mention this is the view that would be closest to the neighbor. So we're showing this side view just to give a sense of what the neighbor would see on the side of the house.
And then we have one more just supplemental sheet to show in color some more illustration on what this would look like. So at the top of the page is a photo of the existing rear of the home. And then directly below it is an illustration that we prepared to kind of give more insight on what this would look like in 3 dimensions and materiality. So you can see the stone piers, the painted wood Chippendale railing, and the new proposed openings. And then off to the right are enlarged photos of those existing openings that we'll be using as inspiration, as well as the direct neighbor who has a similar railing and deck design. If there are any questions, this is our first time presenting for the BAR. So if there's anything else you would like to know or hear about, we'd be happy to discuss.
Can I just add a couple of comments before we turn it over to the board? The genesis of this was that our deck really wasn't a very functional deck with that slightly awkward space straight side outside. And also, if you looked at the plans, we're intending on redesigning our kitchen, which is very tired and needs to be redesigned anyway. And we wanted to capture some more space for units within the kitchen space, which would mean moving that door. And then once we sort of decided upon that, as you can see there, once we decided upon that, it became a lot more, it became desirable to redesign the deck and have a much more functional space there.
Well, it looks, yeah, it sounds pretty functional and pretty as well. It looks like a very nice design. Certainly the Chippendale effect is great. So I understand that's going to be white. Is that correct? Before my colleagues share their opinions, I just wanted to point out what is that sort of window hanging out on the right to the what is
that's a screened porch.
It's a screened-in porch.
Okay, so that is a screen. It's not a glass window or something.
No, it's a screened-in porch. Absolutely. In fact, yes, yeah, that has always been there. It's just a screened-in porch which you access from our family room. It's 8 people in there at maximum.
It's just so my only comments were, aesthetically, is that it's a lovely improvement you're doing.
Yeah.
It just seems that sort of screen porch kind of makes it sort of sticks out a little bit as I mean, it's not, you know, what, it just looks a little bit strange, that's all. So I was
Right.
thinking while you're working on it, I mean, if there's something there you could do to enhance it, because it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb on this beautiful project that you're doing.
We could potentially change the railings to match the railings. That would be something we could certainly do to make it more congruous with the rest of the back.
Yeah, I think while you're working, that would be great, because then it'll be a lovely thing. And the only other comment was on the lower level underneath, where the arrow was just then, go to the middle image.
Yep.
That window there to the right.
Yeah, that's actually a door.
Oh, okay. So
That's the access from the basement. Well, the ground floor, if you want to call it, because that's access out to the backyard.
okay, so if you go to the image on the left,
Yep.
so where the door is, we just talked about down there underneath the
Yep.
middle. To the right, then underneath there is a window.
Yes.
And the same thing, that's the same comment as before. That window looks a little like a sad, poor cousin compared to all the other windows.
If you can, Rachel, if you can show a picture of the existing window.
Oh, that is, oh, okay. So
It's not, I don't think it's quite as.
Oh, no, that's fine. It looked on the other plan.
Yeah, it looked, that's why I wanted to show you, because it's not quite as unattractive as it
Right,
perhaps
okay.
looked underneath there.
Right, no, that's great. No, that's fine.
The existing staircase we find rather unattractive, so we'd love to get rid of it. So we'd be happy to, and the railings, we don't love the railings either. So I think this is a great improvement.
I'm just going to chime in to say I couldn't agree more. I think it's a great improvement in terms of functionality, but absolutely in terms of aesthetics as well.
Yeah.
Makes great sense from where I sit. A big improvement to the house inside and out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any other comments from our members?
I think it's a nice improvement. I think you're on the right track.
Thank you.
And have you had any, have the neighbors been notified? Have they?
We have not as yet. I'm here this weekend. I was certainly proposing on having a chat with them this weekend. I'm assuming, and again, I'm not sure exactly how the protocol is, subject to the board agreeing to, they then push this to the BZA. Is that how it works?
Well, I think we.
Yes, if I can, this is John Ledwith, Chairman Gao. The neighbors were notified last week. We've not received any negative comments, which is obviously good. If the BAR doesn't have any major concerns about the project, I'll work with the applicant and his architects on preparing a BZA application for next month.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like yeah, it's very good. So yes, we'll look forward to seeing you after if you get approval for the variance, and then
we come back to you for one more meeting, or potentially at least one more meeting.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
and then we'll vote, and then
Yes,
yeah.
that's the process.
Excellent. Well,
Okay.
thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much for the listening to us and letting us present.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Guy.
Great to
Thank
meet
you
you
very
all.
much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So the second item on the agenda, and forgive me if I mispronounce your name, is it Mr. Tyhovich?
That's correct.
Okay, great. Welcome. So if you'd like to tell us about your plan, the windows at 18 Acoma.
Yes, I'm a owner and a resident of 18 Acoma Road, and we have a beautiful porch in front of the house. It's kind of open, and my wife and we decided to enclose that porch, and we are not planning to do anything else. We just want to enclose it. There's could be no winterizing, nothing like that. And the windows that we are planning to put on that porch, it will be matching the existing windows that we have right now. And the color is going to match, and it's going to be kind of beautiful. There are a few reasons why we decided to do that. First of all, kind of keep different elements that come from outside, like snow, leaves. And kind of, I also have an allergy, and it's like springtime, we have pollen, and it's kind of affecting me as well. And so that's, I spoke to my person who's going to do this kind of work. He said it's kind of very simple project. He measured, he gave me the size of the windows, how they're going to look, the door, and he said it's basically just put inside an existing structure that you have, and there will be no demolition, no any kind of repair or any kind of additional construction work.
Well, the windows, I think it looks like an improvement because it's a very sort of severe porch at the moment. So I think the addition of the windows would improve the aesthetics.
Right.
And the quality of the windows seems good. The concern is how it's put in. Whether it's if the moldings at the edge are are matched to the other windows. That the
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I spoke to the person who's going to do this kind of installation. He said he's going to match exactly to existing windows, and it's going to be the paint and everything's going to be a match exact to the existing windows. Yes.
And when were you hoping to get this work done?
Well, I'm planning to start this work hopefully springtime, sometime in the springtime. And the weather is going to permit to do this kind of work.
So do my colleagues have any questions or concerns?
I agreed entirely, Christopher. I thought it was, if anything, an improvement. I thought it dignified the house, and it softened it, and gave it, at the same time, gave it a little bit of rigor. It was a nice change, I thought.
Thank you.
So it seems have we got the drawings of can we share the screen? Do we have the drawings? I did.
What I did, I presented the windows, how they're going to look, and also there's a picture of existing how it looks, and also a picture how the windows going to look when the windows going to be installed. So, and they kind of matching the existing windows, and from my personal observation, I can say it's kind of a very good addition to the house. It's just going to be an excellent improvement.
And who's the name of what is the name of the contractor that'll be doing the work? The name of the contractor, he's the one who works for me. I also own some multifamily properties in Tuxedo, and he's doing the work for me. He works for me. He's William Jakob. Sorry, what's his name?
William Jakob.
And John, Mr. Ledwith, have you seen any of his work in the Tuxedo in the village? Are you aware of any of his work?
Christopher, Mr. Tyrovich's speech is echoed on my end, so I didn't get the full name of the contractor.
William
Do you recall what is
Jakob?
the full name?
Jakob William. Yeah, John, I just want to say that I also own the properties in Tuxedo, multifamily houses, but not in Tuxedo Park, outside of Tuxedo, and he does the work for me in that area. So as far as renovating, and he's kind of very qualified person. So
Yeah, I have not dealt with that gentleman to the best of my knowledge.
And have we had any comments from the neighbours who were notified?
One of the neighbors stopped by to look at the plan, and she did not have any issues with the plan. The neighbors were notified about a week and a half ago.
So
Mr. Tyrovich, if I could reinforce, I think one of the main concerns is tying in the windows to the existing columns. So it looks like it's been there forever. That the scale and proportion of the moldings, is consistent with what's around the front facade already. I think that's, a major issue that I'd be glad to work with you and your contractor on. It's not a very big project, but the details are very important.
Okay, absolutely, John.
Agreed. Yeah.
So I think what the best scenario could be that we vote on it, pending that Mr. Ledwith is looped in before it's installed, so that there's a clear idea. So with an on-site inspection, of clear idea of how it is going to be set in, so you can point to the molding of just to make sure that it's it's the best possible job, because it's obviously a highly visible thing, and that way.
Myself, I'm kind of concerned about the quality. The quality is kind of #1 priority for me, and the windows itself are very good. I'm spending a lot of money, and I definitely want to make sure when they're going to be installed, they're going to be installed properly. You're going to have a nice and good finish, and it's going to be safe, and it's going to be good structure. That's my main concern. Absolutely.
Just if I may, Mr. Chairman, just add that upon my review of the application, I believe there needs to be an amendment with respect to the cost of the project. We have a figure that was presented of about $16,000. The materials totaled, I believe, in excess of $17,000.
Yes,
So
sir.
we basically need to include also the labor and other common charges, so
Okay.
that we get a real number with respect to what this project cost is projected to be. And there also is and I would, if you're going to vote on it tonight, make it conditioned upon that information going to Mr. Ledwith.
I
Do we have any other questions or concerns before we go for a vote? So I'd like to make a proposal for Mr. Tahovich's property at 18 Acoma Road, parcel 105-1-24, for the installation of new windows, pending an on-site inspection and review with the building inspector, John Ledwith, and on the condition that the correct realistic estimate, including labor, is presented to Mr. Ledwith.
Second.
Do you want to add the condition of John's approval that it's installed in a historically appropriate manner?
Yes,
I think you mentioned that.
yeah.
I'm sorry, did I miss that?
I think that was the beginning.
Oh.
We didn't have the historical and appropriate, but we can add that. That's I think we're all on the same page there. So
Okay.
thank you.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
So yes, so we have a quorum, 3 unanimous vote. So good luck with that, and you'll be in touch with Mr. Ledwith. Thank you so much.
very much, members. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the final item on the agenda is for us to approve the minutes from last meeting.
Yes.
I have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I think that's it. That was a
Okay.
short sweet meeting. Well, thank you
Well
very
done,
much.
Mr. Chairman.
Aye, Captain.
In and out.
Wow, that is short. 7:19. What is it? 7:19?
It's a record.
7:25.
7:25. Okay.
So, did
Yes,
we
my
vote-
computer shows a slower time than my iPad.
So we voted to close the meeting, right? I forgot everybody. Okay. so
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, aye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Christopher.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you
Night.
all.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye, Desiree.
All right, John, you still in the car?
Yes, I am. The traffic just opened up. I'll be home in 2 minutes.
Figures as
So,
much.
But we got through the meeting, so we're fine. So, and I'll follow up with it to Ty Rovich tomorrow.